the Alter Rebbe, besides for being the author of the Tanya, the Baal Tanya, he was a Baal Koreh in his city of Lioznia. And one year during Parshas Kisavo, this week's Parsha, he wasn't there. And somebody else laned instead. Who was in the audience? Who was in the synagogue? Who was in the shul that week? It was the Mitler Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe's son. And after that Kriya, the laning, the Tochacha, the great admonition and the rebukes, the klalos, the curses that occur in Parshas Kisavo, the Mitler Rebbe wasn't the same. He had a great kav lev, he had a great heartache, and to the point where he was so sibrachen and broken, and he had such great heartache that by Yom Kippur time, which was a couple weeks later, the father, the Balatanya, the Alter Rebbe, wasn't sure. He doubted that his son, who at the time was about almost bar mitzvah age, he doubted that he could even fast. He doubted that he can fast on Yom Kippur. So the Hasidim asked the Mitler Rebbe, they said, I don't understand. Why this year? What happened that year different than every other year? You know, Parshas Kislev was read every year. How come this year you had a heartache? And this year you were so broken? And he said, and I'm not going to say it in Yiddish. You know, some people, when they share something, or a story, a joke, they say it always sounds better in Yiddish. I happen to not believe that, because if you don't speak Yiddish, then why say it? Some might argue with me on that. Happens to be, I just don't remember what the Yiddish was. Anyways, the Mitler Rebbe said, he said, you know, Kisha Abba, when Abba, when my father, the Balatani, when my father read it, nobody heard klalos. That's what he said. When my father read it, nobody heard klalos. It's an amazing thing. He read the same Tochacha that we read every single year. And pretty sure in Parshas Kisava, there's 98, you can count them, 98 curses. But when the Balatanya read it, people didn't hear klalos. And it touches at a great secret of really what the Tochacha is. You know, deep down, what happens in Shul, right? It's the Tochacha is recited in an undertone, in a whisper. You know what else is recited in a whisper? Secrets. Secrets, great secrets. When you tell someone something and there's value and you don't want necessarily other people to hear because it's so special, you tell it in an undertone. It says Rav Shlomo, the great student, the disciple of the Noam Elimelech, he says, that's why we read the Tochacha in an undertone, because a secret is said in an undertone, and beneath the surface of the klalos, hema brachos, they're really all blessings. There's such a sod, there's a secret beneath all of the curses that seem like curses, they're really blessings. And that's the deeper meaning behind what the Mitler Rebbe was saying, is that when my father, the Balatanya, read the Tochacha, nobody heard curses. People heard blessings, people heard goodness. Beneath the surface of all negativity, of all sheker, of all everything that's out there in the world of chaos and confusion and a world of darkness, beneath all of it, there's light, there's purpose, there's meaning, there's truth that really exists. And it's up to us to find it, to seek for it, to develop an eye to be able to see it. And when we learn that valuable life hack, where we realize that beneath the klalos, there's brachos. Beneath the darkness, there's light. When we learn to see light in that way, well, then just there's an amazing storehouse of blessings that's waiting to be pursued and opened up and experienced, and life of meaning and profundity is waiting to be experienced. May we all be zoche to have those eyes to be able to see that they're not really klalos, but they're brachos. And may we all be zoche to see with our own eyes the coming Mashiach. V'meher v'yameinu. Amen. Thank you.